be that bad? Yeah, that's usually where the story starts. From roofing disasters and contractor chaos to homeowner horror stories, industry secrets, and the things that make you ask, who thought this was a good idea? Hosted by the home therapist, Clayton Bailey. Real stories, real experts, real problems. Welcome to the Unreal Estate Show. Ever wonder...
I gotta work on that sort of like toss fade. So I'm gonna just go pause it here real fast. So Clayton Bailey, welcome to the Unreal Estate Show. So we're still going on roofing. I wore my money jacket today, right? So it's I've said I'm a home therapist, and it's not because I make a lot of money. It's because we're here today with Todd Campbell, the insurance guy, and he has all the money, but they really don't. And so they kind of do, but you know, this is why we're here today. So
it is. Thanks
for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm a farmer's insurance agent. Been in the business since 2009, so however many years that is, 17 years, I guess. And I have stories. I hear we're here for stories today.
Stories,
and
lots
there
of
seems
stories.
like there's a new story every week in my office. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what we're going to get into today.
Yeah, so this is just supposed to be fun. It's not serious, although we're trying to educate the consumers out there.
I love
in the
not
world.
being serious.
And so
that's
yeah, I feel like everybody's just so like, and my background, you know, in the inspection world, everyone's just so bam, bam, and you know, emotions run high, and I'm sure you run into this too. So there's a lot of similarities between the things that you deal with on the regular and you know, me as well. So yeah, starting out, we're gonna go into storms, and if you want to talk about any of it, just like let it rip.
Good deal.
Clayton Bailey, home therapist. So we're doing these sessions. We're going to have more stories on roofing. So if I have any of my roofing friends out there that want to come on the show, tell a wild story, come hit me up on the link down here, right? So hit me up. All right. So here we go. Check it out. We've been talking about lots of hail and the size of hail already.
It's crazy every year.
How fast it happens.
What falls out of the sky, yeah.
Guess who submitted their first homeowner's insurance claim?
Oh, man. That happened this week.
Yeah.
To one of my clients, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to pause there for a second. So trees, you know, I know that I've heard you speak before, and you were talking about how look, it's not me. I have nothing to do with it, but there's this technology, and they're just looking at an aerial view of your house. And if you have a tree close, then, you know, it's
a serious deal these days. And by these days, I mean, probably in the past 3 years, trees have always been dangerous. I'm sure everyone's heard a story of a tree branch falling and injuring someone.
Yeah.
You know, dead trees still stand tall, and they have big branches that fall off. And insurance companies have always been, they already knew that was going to happen. But in the last 3 years, they've really started to say, okay, we're done insuring houses with big trees over them. They use Google Maps, Google Satellite View.
Yeah.
As a start, and you know, when you look at Google Satellite View at an old neighborhood, what do you see? You see nothing but trees. That's all you see.
Everywhere.
And that's why people buy their houses, because look at the trees.
Absolutely.
Well, now it's kind of relaxed a little bit this year, but man, a couple years ago they were like, "Oh, trees? No, absolutely not. No, thank you." And there was very few companies that would write it. Now, like I said, things are opening up a little bit, but it's still a mess.
Yeah. So, and when I heard you speak before, I loved how you talked about the landscape of insurance, because here in DFW, a lot of insurance carriers pulled out. How long ago? It's been
2023 is when the crap storm started. And you know, farmers in 2024 canceled thousands of home policies in Texas for various reasons, and other companies just kind of started rejecting everything, and because whatever, we could do a whole other show on that, but now they're back. Now they've kind of adjusted, and so what they do is they turn the faucet on and they turn it off, and by faucet I mean sales.
Okay.
They're like, nope, sales are bad, and insurance sales are actually bad sometimes. So they literally turn it off and recoup, and then they turn it back on.
Now, didn't you tell me though that insurance companies in Texas haven't been, they were profitable like 1 year out of.
Well, farmers in particular is the numbers that I had in front of me. And I think in the last 10 years, they had one profitable year in home insurance.
Okay.
You know, they sell all sorts of
All
insurance.
sorts of things.
And insurance companies
Yeah.
make money in all sorts of ways. But
Yeah.
in the home insurance premium to claims paid out, they were unprofitable 9 years out of 10.
Yeah.
And they can do that because of the other ways they make money, but
Right.
it's a mess, you
Yeah.
know, and that's just a sampling of what's going on in the industry.
Yeah, and I think Texas in general, we get hurricanes, we get tornadoes, we get all of these
Yeah.
things that are happening. It's a big state. There's a lot of very expensive. There's a lot of population. And There's just a
Yes.
lot to do. So we're starting out. We're going to go into storms, and so we're going to see all kinds of storms here and talk about, wow, that's just crazy. But we're going to talk about the unreal people in all spectrums. So here we go. Have you personally been through tornado before?
I haven't. I've watched my clients go through
Yeah.
tornadoes before.
I'm a Kansas boy, so
Oh.
I'm on my fourth.
Jeez.
I can remember as a kid being in a truck when it came through, and like the truck was just.
I can't imagine.
Hey,
I
notice
cannot
that
imagine.
the eaves are intact.
That's awful.
This guy must be a roofer because he's just
The
like.
hip shingles are intact.
He's waiting for the storm to end so he can
Yeah,
knock
he's
on their
waiting
door.
for it. Yeah, he wants to go knock on the door. He's like, well, the signs, but the hip shingles are still there. Dang it! This is wild.
That guy's outside filming too.
See, that's
so
what
he's
we
brave.
did in Kansas. If the tornado sirens went off, we all went up to
go
our front
outside.
porches. Yeah. Where's it coming from? Which way? Of course, we all have basements, so
Right.
we can get to
Yeah,
them
we don't have
quickly.
basements in Texas. Look
But
at that.
that looks
thing,
like
man.
a F3, F4,
Yeah.
possibly. The debris.
It's awful.
Yeah, I was, Rowlett in 2015,
Yeah.
and that one.
Oh, you live there?
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
people's backpacks just found.
Yeah, miles
away.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
insane, man.
Like how that, and then people automatically trying to use their credit cards and use
Yep.
identity theft and
Oh, because they're flying all over. That's crazy.
yeah. So instantly trying
you don't
to
even
steal
think
their
about.
credit or credit identity, and you're like, yeah, because they're not thinking about it at that
Yeah.
time. They're gotten blown away.
Yeah. This is awful. Oh my gosh.
See, and that's like a little spin-off. You see the
Look at it,
the
yeah.
wind just going through.
Oh, yeah. I've only ever laid eyes on a tornado at the beach, like one off,
Off in the
and we're
distance.
sitting there looking at it. Maybe we should go inside.
It is completely leveled.
It's insane when they first happen because all the trees, everything goes dead still.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the sky turns like a green or a
Green,
pink
yeah.
or like a weird color,
Yeah.
and then the big hail
This
like
is one
just
gym. This is
hits.
the building I used to work in.
Softball size was the
Roof
biggest
gone.
thing in Kansas, but then Wiley.
Yeah, we've had it.
That one was
at
crazy.
least
Can I help
it was.
you?
It
Good
was. It
afternoon,
was like.
ma'am. I'm a local
This one's
roofer, and
good.
I was actually working on your neighbor's roof, and couldn't help but notice yours is almost falling apart.
This kind of sums up your industry a little bit.
Don't bother him. What if
And
I
all
said
of
I
us,
could get you a
the
brand
things
new
that we-
roof for free? For free? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll take care of everything. All I need to know is what insurance you
Oh
have.
man.
Why? So you can rip us off? See, you're not the first one. You're just gonna end up doing some cheap job and billing my insurance company some crazy amount and pocketing the difference, leaving us to pay a higher premium. Yeah,
I have
got
a
another
story
appointment,
about
so
that. It's a personal story.
All right, bring it.
I lived in Oak Cliff for 16 years.
Yeah.
And it's funny thing about it, near the city, we don't get these kinds of storms. Like in Oak Cliff, we'd be watching Pete Delkus, and the big storm would be going through Denton and Tarrant County.
Yeah.
Or it would go to the south, but it would never come through central Dallas,
Yeah.
luckily for us. But my roof was in horrible shape on my house. This was 2016,
Okay.
end of 2015. And I'm like, I was just assuming I was going to have to pay for a new roof because I needed a new roof. So I called a roofer and someone I'd done business with. And I'm like, man, my roof's just old and I need to replace it. Okay, yeah, we'll come look at it. And he gave me a price. And it was the friend price because the insurance agent and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And he said, man, I think I can get this bought by your insurance company. I'm like, okay, what do you mean? How? Because I'm looking at it, like all the grains are gone off my roof. I mean, it's like a mirror up there. It's so shiny.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think there's enough damage up here. And so I said, okay, make a claim. What do we have to lose? And they did. He went up there and he found enough damage, and they totaled 3 slopes and said, okay, yeah, we'll buy you a new roof.
Yeah.
And the price was, of course, more than what he was going to charge me.
Right.
And I paid my deductible and everything. Back then it was 1% deductible.
Yes.
It's not, now it's 2 everywhere, but
yeah,
the price is different.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. So that kind of bothers me a little bit, because it does affect premiums.
Yeah, and break that down a little bit, because I know I'm going through it right now, right? So same kind of thing where how old is the roof? So for our listeners out there, when they're bringing in insurance, or new home buyers that are out there, what are some differences than policies that are going to make?
Well, all the companies have different rules, and so they've all stopped offering full replacement cost. Depending on age of the roof. And that number is different for every company. And I actually think State Farm technically will write you a replacement cost policy for your roof. That doesn't matter how old the roof is, but just because they put it on paper doesn't necessarily mean they're going to pay that when they go up on the roof and adjust the claim if you have a 25-year-old roof. But so every company is different. Farmers stops offering replacement costs after 8 years. Roof is 8 years old, then they put you on a scheduled loss settlement, which means it goes down every year.
You hear that out there? Ocho, 8, done. Like, so know that.
Some companies are 10, some companies are 15. Some companies, if they can't offer replacement costs, they won't write you a policy. Like, they just say declined.
Declined,
if your roof's too old. So it just depends on the company. So
are there other waivers or riders that people put on there for like metal or and what does that mean when they
Great question. Yes, if you have a metal roof, which is kind of uncommon in the city, it's pretty common out in the country, but like there's coverage for cosmetic damage to your metal roof. Because insurance typically doesn't pay for aesthetics.
Right.
They pay for, is it functional or not? If it's damaged, so it doesn't function anymore, it's covered.
It's covered.
But metal roofs can live through anything.
Yeah.
But they get dented up.
Yep. Yeah.
They get dented by hail, but they still work fine. Yep. And it doesn't look good.
So does that have anything to do though if somebody has a regular asphalt composition and then they have gutters, other things that are metal? Is that?
Yes. Yeah. And so there's coverage for aesthetics. Like if your gutters get all dented up by hail, but they're not hanging off the house, they still work.
Yeah.
They're typically not covered unless you have a special endorsement on your policy.
All right.
In Farmers, it's called the marring endorsement. Other companies do offer it. Some companies don't.
Yeah. And we got some videos coming up. We're going to talk about it a little bit more in detail. But I do want our viewers to get the heads up from the guy. Like he's telling you, which ways to go. So we're going to keep rolling.
All right.
This one's like this has to be Texas.
The old Renok. You gotta have absolute certainty. You gotta be ready to go.
He's like training a guy.
I just want to say one thing. Sorry, I'm a solar guy. I noticed the panels. I understand why you didn't want a roof. I want to tell you, even if you have a good roofer, even if you have a solar guy. What's that? Okay.
What is happening? What?
The husband's like coming out with the gun, and he's like, "I'm out. I'm leaving.
That is insane.
Wow.
I mean, you got to hand it to guys who are willing to door knock because.
But here's the homeowners standing up for their roofers because they're like, get off my people, like I got it. So and they get a $500 referral fee. So we were talking about that in the last episode. So roofers out there, they want your referrals. They'll pay you for those referrals. And so people coming in trying to get their neighbors or whatever else, like get away. Like I've got my roofer. And a lot of real estate agents do that too. Like when a big storm comes through. Put a note on your window. Do not knock on my door. Call me. Like, do the deal.
Yes! Oh, yeah! Come on, baby!
That is the way you feel when they say yes.
Yes. They agree. Yes.
I've been there. I've definitely been there. Yeah.
You need a roof inspection?
It's scary.
Now check this one out.
This is
He's denting the door as they do this. So, and I try to coach homeowners, when we're going through the home buying process, I've always said, watch out for roofers, watch out for HVAC, right? And if you see the roofer like inspecting your roof, but he goes up with a ball peen hammer on his tool belt, why? Why does he have a round ball peen hammer on his tool belt? And so
for an inspection, yeah.
This right here shows.
I've actually had claims denied because the adjuster's like, yeah, these aren't hail hits. These are hammer hits.
Yeah.
It hadn't happened in a long time, but it has happened, and it does happen.
Yeah, we showed some videos earlier about the adjuster, and we'll get into a little bit more of it.
But this is so. Come on.
After a hailstorm, your insurance company will not just pay for your roof, gutters,
so
and
this is
but also
what we were just talking about.
Stain on your fence and fixing the cosmetic damage on your garage doors. When you meet with your insurance adjuster at your home, make sure that your general contractor is also present, so nothing gets missed.
Great advice.
Yeah, always have them there together. Have them both there together. And so, what are we doing here? So they're circling, Xing, they're putting, they have their kind of own little language on what's going on with the roof.
If I'm not mistaken, they look at a 10 by 10 foot square and count the hail hits in it.
Yep.
And if they have enough, they total that slope.
It depends on the insurance company.
Yes.
Not all of them are the same, but some of them it's a size thing, and then how many slopes is there. And I think that wind damage is easier to find and it's easier to prove. And then it's wind damage. Like you don't want water to come in, so we need to fix it. This is funny. We find pea-sized hail in the insurance agent. You expect me to pay for the roof? Hey man, I gotta try. But I feel like that's the mentality of the nation.
It is, absolutely.
And so even being, coming from the home inspection world, so many people think that we're the insurer, and it's like, hey, there's this thing, and you should have found this, and it's like, well, we told you about it on page 8 of your report, and you didn't do anything about it. And so I'm not a home warranty company. I'm not an insurance company, but I think that everybody has that mentality, and I want to blame the ambulance chasing attorneys because they're the ones that have driven up the costs on auto accidents.
There's no question.
So then it just all sort of, goes
There's so much
on.
money to be made. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's just a cash cow for them, so they're going after it.
So this one is there's a little pre, and then it plays the whole thing. Have you seen this video before? So this adjuster is inebriated, and sign number 1 is that he has a mask on, and he's hammered, but he doesn't. But watch
and
how
on a roof.
Watch how he's staggering.
On a routine inspection, a slip becomes.
And this is why you don't use AI for video, because he says this backwards.
A potential disaster into a display of professionalism.
No, it's the other way around.
In the world of insurance, it's about securing peace of mind.
Look.
Oh my.
Look, he's just stumbling. And we'll play this here in just a second, and then
he's struggling.
Watch. And I'm out.
Oh my God.
So here's the full.
You can make a repair. No. You can make a repair to discontinue tiles. I cannot. I'm not. Nobody can make these repairs to discontinue tiles. So the entire slope would have to be replaced with new tiles, and that would be more than 25% of the roof area, which means the entire roof would have to be brought up to code. And that's under the assumption that this is a covered loss.
Here you go.
He can't even talk.
He can't even talk. And then when he turns around, watch him.
He's struggling so hard. This is awful.
He's about to just stumble right here, where he tries to turn around and say something, and then he changes his mind, and then now he's like, I gotta get off this roof.
Whoa, what? Oh my God.
According to the Post, he got in his truck and just drove away.
I was gonna say he's probably so drunk he didn't even
know. Yeah. This is the one for my kids. They're like, sir, trying to communicate with adjusters. So I will say, good things and bad things, right?
Yes,
so, you
always.
know, corporate wants to put in checks and balances, which I understand. They want it to go this way, and everybody has their one person that they're supposed to get to hold of, but yet they have to go through the email.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the adjusters because they just wade through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that software looks on the backside. But for the most part, that's their job, is to get back with you. You know, it's
Absolutely.
And so I don't really. It's funny that they say that, and we all know that you're in a panic and like, I need an adjuster now, and they've got, you know, lots of other people they're dealing with. But like even me, I'm Farmers. I'm going through this claim. My adjuster, she's been with Farmers for 27 years. If we have a question, she's been boom, just
That's good.
Johnny on the spot, right?
It does depend on the person.
Yeah,
absolutely. So, and you know, half my week is spent. Oh, I got this going on, and I haven't been able to get a hold of my adjuster. And sometimes it's legit, and sometimes it's not. And you know, for me, every time I call an adjuster, they answer the call 1 time out of 10 calls. It's always a voicemail.
Yeah. And
so I'm numb to the point where I'm like, as long as they call me back in 24 hours, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, that's fair enough.
And you know, beyond that, then something's wrong.
Yeah.
That's what
if it goes 2 to 3 times, it's like, hey,
2 days.
What's going on?
No, you don't have that much work. And I start calling the supervisor and going around when I can't get a hold of anybody. And Farmers is good about backing their people up, but it is a battle, and people do get, you know, those claims adjusters have a mountain of claims they're dealing with. But they still should get back to you.
Yeah, absolutely. That just how much workload do they have?
Yeah.
Being already repairs on the roof, it's going to be unlikely.
And this says shady adjuster, but I don't believe this guy's being shady. He's just upset that he's being recorded.
I'm going to go ahead.
And so he didn't tell him he was recording him, and now he's like, okay, I don't feel comfortable being here. I don't feel whatever.
Well, I didn't know I had to. I record every adjustment.
It's all a matter of perspective, right?
If you're doing your job right, it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter, yeah.
You do the same thing on every roof.
We've got a couple others where, because there's one video in here in question, I'm sure you've seen it before. It was a State Farm where they go back and forth. But now, I guess, you know, it's a policy where, like, if they see a camera, most adjusters are like, I'm done. Like, you're not going to record me. But there's a guy that has the new Google glasses.
Yeah.
And so he's like...
There's so many ways around that.
And so we'll play that video here in a second. It's like, this guy was running off the roof, and he was trying to get his ladder off so the adjuster couldn't get back down, almost. Like, he was like, hey, you're on my ladder.
Shady. That's ridiculous.
And then these two get into a fight. The adjuster's on the roof, and it's either the homeowner on the ladder or the contractor on the ladder. But it's the insurance adjuster's ladder, right? Well, it's a 2-story house. I don't blame the insurance adjuster for being upset that he's on my ladder. Like, if he falls, that's now it's my responsibility.
Especially if it's the homeowner,
yeah. And then he gets up there and fights with them.
This is
his
not good.
His cortisol's going.
Oh my God.
Look, here you go, watch this.
Man. Oh my God. Like, I'm just like, none of this is necessary. Disagreements are fine.
Everybody's quiet. Everyone just walks away in silence. He's like, don't say another word.
Jeez.
And that was it. So, and I don't know the context of that. Like, I don't know if that was homeowner and those were adjusters in training and with the main adjuster or what it was. But, you know, coming from the home inspection world, if anybody tries to or ever tried to follow us up our ladder, we just, stop right there.
And why? Because of insurance. That's why.
It's like, I cannot let you up this ladder. Like, I'm telling you not to come up this ladder. If you come up, that's on you.
Yeah.
Right. But I am not taking responsibility for you coming up here. It just
go get your own ladder and get on your roof yourself.
You're a terrible adjuster. I don't mean that towards your character in any way, shape, or form. No, it's not about giving away.
Terrible adjuster.
You got solid hell hits all over. I mean, I'm serious. You've denied. This is the second person you've denied.
There's no damage. There's no damage. I don't know what you want.
You won't even come up here and look.
There's no reason to have this kind of stuff drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's so avoidable. Just why even engage? You know, just do your job.
It's just, it's a shame.
This is the one. So we played this in episode 1, and it's about a 20-minute video. So he was up there on the peak. That's how it started out. and he's telling him they've only done one shingle, and he's got the State Farm roof snake, like it's this is what he's supposed to be using, and he's trying to show him like, I cannot repair that shingle. If I lift this, it breaks, right? So, and the adjuster, he gets caught in like 9 lies. Just he directly lifts the shingle, breaks it, puts it back. It's on camera, and then the roofer asks him, "Well, you damaged that shingle?" "No, I didn't." Oh my gosh! And this roofer is a saint. Like, he has so much patience, and he's just trying to be like, this man needs a new roof. And like, okay, I damaged these 2 shingles. I'll own that, but you damaged that one. Can we just get through this? But yeah, this was a very famous video.
Now I'm asking you right now.
This probably has the most hits on YouTube for roofing videos.
Like, maybe roofers and adjusters should wear body cams.
Yeah, and you can see where it's been repaired.
Yeah,
up there before.
Get the nail out. Okay.
I'm saying that
He's asking him, how do you want me to repair it?
I have to see where the nail's at, correct?
Yes, no, I'm not saying that you don't have to, but you don't have to bend the shingle.
Where did I bend the shingle? Here. So, I didn't do that right there?
You just bent that one back just as far further than him.
You bent that one back far enough. And when you bent this one back,
Here it is.
you damage yourself. It's repairable.
Yes.
You did that. You didn't do that?
No. And he denies it. And then he starts pulling out his camera to take pictures of the roofer damaging the shingles.
No, I'm asking you. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The nail's right
And the
here.
poor young man, he must be new or just, he doesn't know how to deal.
He definitely doesn't know how to deal. I mean, come on,
You don't know how
man.
to do it. How can you make every decision? You agree the nail's up right now, right?
Yes.
Now, how do I get this nail out? How do you find this nail? Is that the correct way? Is that the correct way? Can I lift it up? Here's the nail. Right?
So see, he starts taking pictures of him,
Oh my
creating the
God.
damage.
It ripped.
So it rips.
Yeah, if you're going aggressive like that, it will.
Aggressive?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You get the nail out. I'm not
There has
lifting
to
the
be a
shingle.
willingness there to actually complete the repair, and I don't see that.
He got that aggressive part while he was on the. So he's like, you have to be aggressive. That's when he was recording. He knew he was recording.
Yeah.
He's saying that that's nothing.
Sir, can you explain something on this? Like, you just mark and then you said 0 and you can see hail in here and you chalk. You chalked it. There's a dent. And you don't see it?
Metal roof is going to have other marks on it besides hail. You don't think tree branches or other stuff are walking?
But that's not a tree branch. I mean, I'm talking about your chalk. So
I don't have to tell you where it came from. If I don't know, I don't know.
So you're just gonna put 0, even if you see the dent and it.
Are you recording me?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, well, you can't record me.
Why can't I record you?
Everyone
Oh
tries
my
to
gosh.
say this,
Why can't I record you?
and it's the you're videoing me that like fuels the fire.
I don't know why it makes any difference. Like,
It really doesn't.
I wonder what kind of training everyone's getting here. Yeah.
Here's we're doing the brittle test and showing that or just seeing if it's.
So
That roof is
So
trashed.
going back to the metal roof. So, and we were talking about that, like marring,
Yeah.
right? So if it's visual and it's just got dents in it, it's still functional. It's still okay. It's just got,
It's just ugly.
yeah, it's just
not
got
pretty
marks
anymore.
but if you pay extra for that rider, and then
And if it's a metal roof, that rider is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
If it's a composition roof and you put that on just for gutters and
or
stuff, it's less.
AC or
It's still
fence or
a
whatever.
little pricey, but not near as much as if it's marring damage for an entire metal roof, like
Yeah.
standing seam roof.
So
that can get very pricey.
So
but
this one gets into pliability, like how much can it, because that's what they were proving in the last one, is like if it's repairable, I should be able to lift it, get the 3 nails out, get to this one to get
But it
those
won't
3 nails
break.
out, and nothing breaks, right? Because if it just turns into some dominoes that just do and it just keeps going, then that's bad. So this seems to be the main back and forth, like
this is
pliability
why,
versus everybody has their terms they use, but see, he's not using the proper.
Is there a tool for that?
There is a specific tool. That's what that previous guy was using.
That's
There is
right.
a specific tool for it. This is basically kind of like a crowbar. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong
Yeah, he's
with
being
this.
gentle with it.
It's flat. He's being gentle. It's doing that.
It seems like it's going to break if he lifts it anymore.
And his fingers, it just crumbles.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this right here is the reason why they've stopped offering replacement cost after a certain age.
Yeah.
Because they know
It's just,
even if it never gets hit by a storm, it's getting beaten down by Texas heat every year.
Yeah.
And what happens to tar and gravel? It
Brittle.
just, it
It's
turns
brittle.
to dust, you know? So
In our previous first episode, we showed the hailstones, how they have all these crazy spikies on them, and you just never know.
Yeah.
Right? So I gotta preface it this one. So when it comes down, and because I asked this roofer, I was like, how come if it's marble size hail or pea size hail, you're like, oh, we'll get you a whole new roof or whatever. I'm like, but if there's no damage, do they need it, right? And he said, well, depends on the characteristic of the hail, right? Because sometimes they're like spiky, little things, and sometimes they're just round.
Yeah.
And so you don't know until you're really puncturing it. But then talking about pliability and what is it? That's going to punch through that stuff. So
which lets water in, which is what they don't.
Yeah, I don't want any leaks because then I got to insure whatever else has come inside, right? So now we're going into roofers gone wild. So now the guy in red is in a fight with this other guy
on a roof.
But the other guy has the air hose wrapped around his neck, trying to choke him out, trying to get him to tie.
God. What? How?
Look, it's around his throat.
This is awful.
It's around his neck. Yeah. And they wonder why it's so noisy up on the roof.
Then he runs. Yeah.
Here you go. This is how doers get more done. Home Depot's not paying me for this, by the way. But that one dude, man, he was ready to go against all of them.
This is,
And then these two are fighting over a tool. So I don't think this one is as serious as it's like, hey, you took my thing. I want it back. No, I want it back. No, I want it back. It's like, what
on a roof. Like,
what are you, like, teenagers? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
you never
nervous
know.
on a roof. You know, I guess if you're on there all the time, you get pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
But, geez, man.
Depending on granules and stuff, right?
Oh. OSHA.
Right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Homer thought it was going to be storm damage, but the insurance company blames neglect.
Yeah.
So hold on. I do want to talk about that because homeowners do have to keep up with their houses, and they do have to. If you have all that debris on your roof in the valleys, always moisture gets in there, and then it just rots all that out. And so it's like, well, then it's your job to maintain. In the inspection world, if there's trees, we were talking about trees earlier being close to the house. We try to take pictures, and if something's too close, that we're going to point that out and say, hey, that tree is going to grow and it's going to rub.
Yeah.
And if that causes damage, that's on you.
Yeah.
That is not on the insurance company. So
and we're telling you ahead of time.
I've always tried to explain it to homeowners, like, that is on you to maintain, right? And so,
and it is a serious deal.
It's that we try, we educate. Me acting unbothered after insurance denied the claim.
This part of my job, it sucks, man, because I had a lady. I had a lady. I guess it was Tuesday this week.
Yeah.
House filled with water. It's not a roofing deal, but it was the same type of deal. Like 2 rooms full of water, 1.5 inches of water.
Oh my!
Overnight, like she got up to go to the restroom in the morning and stepped in water.
Oh gosh!
And I'm just like, holy smoke! So what's the first question is why? Because they're not going to pay unless they know why.
Right.
And so after talking, come to find out there's a lake that forms when it rains heavy outside the house because the grading's wrong and the water comes in that's flood.
Yep. Yep.
So it's never covered. So I have to weekly have to tell someone, I know it's $10,000 in damage, but there's no coverage for that. And it's tough. Sucks.
Yeah.
I say I'm sorry like all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, that's what it is. I know flood insurance is way more expensive or, what it is. And then, we point those things out in the inspection world, and then they're like, you didn't tell us. Like, yeah, we did. We put a picture of it in there.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah.
We told you.
Yeah.
God, please, no! No!
Did you see how much it was bent up?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, whoa.
Come on.
So So this one's different because this isn't like this in Texas, and you might be able to speak to this one. But when they say bought in appraisal, do you know anything about that on an outside the state of Texas level? Because it sounds like they're going to send this on to a more powerful entity for them to make a decision.
It may not be called this in Texas, but we have had many times an adjuster go out, they deny a claim, and the client's like, man, my roofer, and a roofer that works with an insurance company all the time, they know each company's rules because they deal with it so much, and we have a reinspection ordered, which the company's happy to do, and it does get bought.
Yeah.
Because there is enough damage, and who knows what that first guy was thinking. And I've had the first guy go out, and everyone's like, what the heck, man? I mean, what was this guy even looking at?
Yeah.
He didn't even care. He was having a bad day. Something's going on.
Yeah.
And it was legit, and it did get paid for.
Yeah.
So you just order a reinspection if you can see the damage.
Yeah.
Then you should.
It sounds like whatever state that they're in, that there's a governing board that's going to take all of the intel into the and say, here's what it is.
Listen, if you don't want to make the repair, you just need to get somebody that will.
And this guy's an idiot. So he's the roofer. Look at how he's trying to pry. You don't pry from the side. Like right off the bat, I could tell this guy's not a good roofer. And so then he just it's like, is he also
just tearing it apart?
Yeah, is he hammered or is like? I bet that it's a newer roof and it's super sticky.
Yeah.
And it just won't come up. But he's using the wrong tool. And he's owning up to it. I could live with that.
That roof looks pretty good.
It looks pretty new. Yeah. I always make the joke with homeowners when we're, especially if you're new to Texas, like, you're probably going to get hit between 5 and 8 years.
Yeah.
It's just going to happen.
Yep.
Get the roof checked out. And
Insurance adjuster damages a homeowner's roof and won't pay for the damages he created.
What?
See, look at how far
happening.
How far he's bending them up.
Asphalt strip is now damaged.
And so some of this is a little picky, right? Because like the people that make the videos, they're going in their favor. But
what are you doing? Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just hanging around.
Me? Just hanging around.
Hanging around.
Just hanging around. Look at this guy. This is hammer time. This guy's skills are just insane. So 3 nails, which one goes down? Bam. 2 outside ones. Right? And then he does 3 more.
That's
I'm
that's
still
crazy.
I'm like, blown away by his nail skills. But then I'm also like, his comb over is coming from all the way.
He's been working on it.
Yeah. I mean, bro, just let it go. So he's got 3 more nails. So the outside 2 before, same hammer, same everything. Inside one.
How?
That's like some Mr.
like
Miyagi. That's like some Mr. Miyagi.
I mean,
that's
you,
like
man.
Bam.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Holy smokes, this is terrible. Oh my
God.
Legend says the roof collapsed because
my
it
guess is
overheard
like
crew
the
say,
insulation got
"We'll
wet
fix
and
it
like
tomorrow."
just
over a long period of time.
kept
Well,
coming
maybe
down.
not. Maybe it was fast, but
All right, now we're going into our falling
oh,
sequence.
dude, no. Yeah.
Oh, and flip flops, by the way. Oh yeah, hey,
What
that's not
is
attached.
happening?
Listen to him scream.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm down.
This is bad.
Metal roofs, man, they're slippery.
Yeah.
And then here, yeah, also not
What's with
attached.
the flip flops? Yeah.
You might need to also attach the board.
Oh my God.
He had to have fallen through the ceiling.
They don't smell.
Watch. And the shoes are still holding on.
stuck.
But his drill goes, so he's like, I'm letting go. I don't want my drill to get messed up. Like, oh. This is that.
Your morning going? Good.
Okay, so now we're going into, we're making fun of everybody,
Okay.
right? It's the adjuster, the roofer,
I love
now
it.
it's the homeowner. So this guy is pushing the envelope for listen to some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth that he's trying to get the insurance company to pay for. You're like, dang, he's got like balls. Like, listen to this. And this guy's also, I think, wearing the Google lenses.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
Okay.
the adjuster is.
I mean, this stuff makes for great content, so
Yeah.
I love it.
By the way, the telescoping ladder that they're using only ever get the extend and climb brand. Like,
Okay.
like the other
Good
ones
to
are
know.
the other ones are dangerous. Home Depot will stop carrying them, like altogether. So yeah, listen to the guy in the black shirt.
Yeah.
He's the homeowner.
Banging down on the seals, on these seals, because I put these screens up. But you know, the hail has gotten to them and everything.
They're what?
And you can see up there.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
When the hail's hitting on it,
I lost my seals.
vapor seals are shot on them now.
No, they were already shot.
Yeah, they're shot. They're just not shot
And
from
then, yeah.
weather.
Down there, usually these are probably just like lawnmower kicking rocks up there.
Did you get any of the pickets? Like, there's some.
And the hail
top of the
always
pickets?
comes from one
One side,
direction.
yeah.
right? So it's not like it's all the way around
No.
the whole house.
Never.
I love this. He's got like a little Tommy Chong in him. He's like, come on, man.
I mean, we know old windows when we see them.
Yeah, 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
They're
The
terrible.
first-
Like just yeah.
Oh,
So
you
yeah,
walk
that's
out a
that
ladder, that's
extended
bad luck.
climb. Yeah, that's that extended climb ladder I was talking about. The telescoping ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were chit chatting about this door. This
shit.
next comment that he makes when he rounds the corner to the garage door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at all this stuff right here.
Broke the
That's all
bricks.
from hail. Look at.
No. The bricks.
Okay.
You're gonna have to rebuild
Okay.
my house.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause. It still goes, right?
Never heard that one before.
This is why we have to have adjusters. This is why everything, because everybody is
Should pay for everything.
Everybody's like wanting in on it,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's like, rah.
Yeah. It's a negotiation in everybody's mind too.
Can't people just do the right thing?
No.
Like just do their no. They're gonna push the envelope as much as they can.
I think the whole environment between insurance and the consumer right now is just poisoned.
Yeah.
They just, the insurance company, not that they've ever been seen as the savior necessarily, but it's always like the insurance company's out to get me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem fair. I totally get why it doesn't seem fair sometimes. And people, they get cynical about, this guy's just here to screw me over at my house. And honestly, it's amazing when you talk to adjusters.
Yeah.
Client brings a concern. I call the adjuster, and the guy's like, "Man, I'm trying desperately to get this guy paid. I just can't. I have rules I gotta follow.
Yeah.
I just can't
they've got
find what
guidelines.
I
Yeah.
can't. I can't find it.
Yeah.
I got pictures, and I've had adjusters on the roof with the roofer. He's like, "Here's the chalk. Just show me.
Yeah.
and I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
And there isn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, that's the terrible part about this industry is that that's why there's so many roofers out there.
Yeah.
Because they're just constantly wanting to, turn them over and do the deal. Slight segue, and then we'll jump back into this, but spent some time in South Africa, a little bit longer than I'd like to have, but talking to the people there, they don't have insurance like we have here. And so I'm asking them, like, what do you do? And he's like, no, we have insurance, but we self-insure. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? What's that look like? He's like, so if we buy a car for, whatever it is, we have that same amount of cash and we put it in this account. So that way, if I total the car, I can just go buy another car,
one.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's a money market account. And so then they're growing their own wealth inside their own network, and that's their nest egg. And if they absolutely need it, it's there,
emergency,
right? So that sort of cuts out this whole situation here, in my opinion. But not that our whole country's ever going to.
And
do
that's a
anything
culture
like that,
thing.
But
I
that's
think
it is absolutely.
And everyone lives on credit these days. So
yep, it's totally different. So listen to the adjuster here on this guy.
I don't want to I'll be upfront with you. I took pictures of it. I can write it up, but that's more.
This is what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Causing separation of the mortar, but it's
Soil erosion.
That ain't that, man. You let them know I pay them well every month.
That's exactly, and that's the way everyone feels. I pay all these insurance, especially in North Texas.
Yeah. So this one's a little bit more laid back. Like it looks like they're doing it the right way. They're going at it. I guess they had to tarp it because there was the black part that was over there. And I think that's a legitimate thing to look at and talk.
Unfortunately, there was a tornado near my house, and I lost my car and part of my house. So I'm calling to make a claim.
You lost your car?
Yes.
Well, did you go looking for it?
Oh my God.
Yes, I did go look for it. It was on top of a tree.
All right, let's pull up your account so that I can make sure to get a claims adjuster out there and see what we can salvage.
Why would you send a claims adjuster?
Because if the car's not a total loss, then we can just get it repaired for you.
My car is on top of a tree.
It's not going to get fixed.
It's not going to get
Get it
fixed.
down from that tree for you, and we can fix whatever needs to be fixed. Don't you worry.
I really just need to make a claim for the loss of my car so that I can get a new one.
All right, babe, I'm going to level with you. I got to go for the day, so I'm just going to have
$5,000. I still owe $10 on it.
Yikes.
Honestly, the best I can do is $4,500 if I'm being honest.
Oh my God.
The mildewy area, I wouldn't mind stepping on. But what adjusters are looking for, they'll make a 10 by 10 area on the roof, which is considered 1 square
That's an important thing. Like, don't step on the mildewy spots because you never know. So I teach home inspectors, new home inspectors, and I teach them not to walk a roof until they go in the attic.
Oh, yeah, you want to see what you're going to be walking on.
Yes.
That's good advice.
It's a great explanation.
Protect on the asphalt and start cracking. It's already got a bowl right there, so keep seeping through.
That is the best explanation of why, right there. Like, it's just a little thing now, but the granules go away, and then the sunlight hits it, and then it's gonna get brittle in that spot and do this, and then it becomes a leak.
That's why
it takes a while.
No one understands like what hail hits do. It does. It speeds up the deterioration, which
Absolutely.
is not
So
good.
if they say it's a 30-year roof, well, now that voids the warranty.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that the roofer has to say about, well, it no longer has the manufacturer's warranty because this is the deal, so we have to replace the roof.
Yeah.
It's like a catch-22. And now the other thing that he points out is the aluminum vents. So, you know, in our industry and the inspection world, that I teach inspectors, like, go look at those aluminum vents because you'll see the hail strikes.
Yeah, for sure.
And 9 times out of 10, they would have replaced the roof, but they leave that there. Right. And it's like, okay, well, previous hail damage. And then you get a nasty call from a real estate agent saying, why did that's a brand new roof? There's no hail damage. And then I'm like, all the aluminum vents are still hail damaged.
Yeah.
You know, they should have been replaced when they replaced the roof. And some people might call that insurance fraud. So be careful there, okay? You know, but this guy's, you know, he's doing a good job of legitimately explaining it. Now he did break the main rule of roofing, which is what I was taught in Kansas, because I had to re-roof houses because we had lots of hailstones.
Yeah.
Don't step on the ridge. Like if you step on the ridge, it just breaks those like right off the bat. So I watched him step on the street.
He was walking right down
but he
it,
already knew he was going to replace the roof, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah.
Watch out for on a roof when you're inspecting for wind damage, and that's going to be prior damage.
This guy's funny.
So
He's
look
trying to
down
be
here,
like
we
the
got some
weather
wind
forecast.
damage, and we've also got some prior damage down here. So typically what I do is I will mark the prior repairs with a P, just letting people know that this damage here was here before, but we do have some new damage, so we certainly don't want to ignore that new damage. Make sure you look at your beautiful view while you're up here. We got some storms and clouds in the background, but at least we're dry on the roof today.
He's happy.
Oh my God. So yeah, and I'm assuming, you know, with AI and things coming about, that insurance companies are going to utilize it, and so they're going to be looking down at roofs. So I'm always wondered like that previous damage or prior damage and what they can go back. I know going through my roofer and roofing claim, he said I can go back through Google Maps and see images of all of that stuff. So
well, and they also have detailed weather reports. Like they can tell what houses got hit for whatever storm.
Yeah.
I mean, they actually do that. When you file a claim, the first thing that they ask is, when did the damage happen?
Yeah.
They need a date.
Yep.
And you're like, I don't know. I mean, it was whenever that. And so they look through the file. Oh yeah, I see a storm went over your house that had hail in it on this date, so we'll put that date. They help find the claim date.
Yeah. Is it what you're alluding to? Is that the clue report? Is that what they?
Well, the clue report is where they report the claim. The I don't know if you've ever let's say the tornado back in Rowlett. Farmers and other insurance companies, they dispatch a bus out there.
Absolutely.
Okay, that bus, you go on it, and they have weather reports. They can show you what houses got hit.
Yeah.
And they do that at the claims department.
It was about 4 houses wide for about a mile.
Literally, they can see what happened,
Yeah.
and they can do it with hailstorms too.
Yeah, and lightning strikes.
And lightning, everything. It's all documented, you know. And so, and I don't know how, but they always. It's amazing what they know. I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
up
absolutely.
front.
It's like having a Carfax. How do you know all that stuff?
Yeah.
Any great advice that you have out there for homeowners when they're shopping roofers? I heard you say, you know, we have the ones that we deal with and like and know, and we were talking about earlier on the show. There's some roofing companies that they don't even have a roofing crew.
Yeah.
They're just there to get jobs, and then they sub it out to.
Well,
you know,
and
how does a homeowner protect themselves?
Even that's fine. If you have a contractor, I would say experience matters. You should be able to look them up. They should have a website. They should have years of experience.
Yeah.
You know, the fly-by-night guys, always avoid them. If you can't find them easily with a quick Google search, I would not use them.
Yeah.
You should be able to find a legit roofing company, and they don't have to have a fancy schmancy website. They just have to be available, and you can tell that they've been in business a long time.
Absolutely.
That's what I would look for.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of roofers, and there's a lot of good roofers.
Yeah. I think some good questions to ask also is, you know, tell me how your cleanup process is going to be. Are you gonna pull permits?
Oh yeah.
You know, are you gonna, because if they're going by the book, they're legit. But if they're saying no, we're gonna come and do your roof on a Sunday.
That's actually a great point.
There's a reason because they don't want to pull permits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're like, you know,
and we look at permits when we're going to quote a home to see if the roof's been replaced. They told, oh yeah, the roof was replaced 3 years ago. We go straight to the permits, and there is no permit.
Yeah,
quite often. And they're like, well, okay, you're gonna have to produce an invoice or something showing that this happened. So
that saved us on this last storm that came through. It was like we had an addition put on, and you know, the older part of the roof was old. We knew that, but then we had another section put on. But our adjuster, she knew it was newer. She's like, if you can find me any shred of paperwork that proves a time of when you did that roof, it can all change.
And the permit makes it super easy.
And so the permit is what, like, oh, well, there you go.
Done. Yeah,
it was easy to do.
Yeah, and so I don't know. It's tough to say because I have had roofers be really good one year and then they're gone the next year.
Yeah.
Experienced ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would talk to more than one.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And you'll get a sense. You'll get a relative sense of who's better and who's worse.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's just a good sales job, but I like experience. I like referrals.
Yeah,
like people who have used them before who can tell me.
If I know you, you know them.
Exactly.
Okay, I trust you.
And especially the two of us would probably have met. You know, how many dozen roofers?
Lots.
So, and you know the ones that are still here.
Absolutely.
You
been
know,
going at it forever and ever.
Yeah. So those are the guys
who do
you
a great job. We had Tarrant Roofing on here last week, and they do around 400 roofs a month.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, they have a system.
They have a system. Yeah. They got it going down. Any other advice for anybody out there for like shopping insurance or new homeowners that are coming on? Like, what should I be looking for in policies and rates and things? And it's Texas, so we know it's more expensive, but what can they do to?
It's Texas. I would. I encourage all insurance buyers to, understand where the number's coming from that the agent's giving them. Like, what's my dwelling coverage? I would ask what I don't know. But there's so much in auto policies are pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Home policies are different company to company. And I would simply ask the agent, is there something that you find that most people don't know that I should know about? I would ask open-ended questions like that.
Yeah.
If the agent's not explaining the general way this policy works to you,
they're not doing.
Then you don't have no idea what you're paying for.
Yeah.
You're buying a bill at that point. You're not buying coverage. So, and then what do? You end up buying the cheap one.
Yep.
Which is it's cheap for a reason.
For a
so,
reason.
you know, that doesn't mean you have to buy the most expensive one, but you should know. That's what I'm saying. So if the agent doesn't explain at least the general way this policy works and what it covers and what it doesn't, and then also I would encourage all people to just put more emphasis on liability.
Yeah.
You know, we were just talking about people going up on the roof, you know, on your ladder. Well, that's a liability situation. So if the agent puts $100,000 in liability on your home policy, I know we're not kind of talking about that right now, but to me, this is an easy way to see if an agent is trained properly or not. If you have a home policy and it has $100,000 in liability on it, that number is chosen because their quote system defaulted to that number.
Okay.
It's not because they chose it.
Right.
It's because they're not trained to even care about it.
Yeah.
We put $1 million in liability because it costs like $30 extra a year to have $1 million in liability on your home policy versus $100,000.
Medical bills.
It doesn't make any
everything else
sense
is-
not to. So, and it all takes is one liability situation at your house to make you go broke. So,
Absolutely. Does the homeowner have the opportunity to, you know, upgrade at any time, or is it only when their annual? Or
anytime you want.
Okay.
Anytime you want, you can change things.
Okay.
Except for wind and hail deductibles.
Hey, can I get this? Can you backdate this
There's
for
a
me?
storm coming. I need my deductible lowered. So, and you used to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And not anymore.
Yeah.
You have to wait till renewal. And because people would literally, oh, okay, what month is it? It's December. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's September. There's no hail in September. Make my wind and hail deductible 3%. Makes your rate go way down.
Yeah.
And then you call in February. Okay, time to take back down to 1%.
Yeah.
And so you pay the higher
back and forth.
premium for a short time.
I got you.
To get the low deductible. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But the other thing, we have other policies, supplemental policies available now to reduce your wind and hail deductible, regardless of what your primary policy has.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think a lot of people know that. Like there's a policy called a wind hail deductible buy down.
Okay.
You just pay, if your company makes you take 2 or 3% wind and hail, we can do this policy and you can buy it down to $5,000 if you want.
Wow.
It costs extra.
Yeah.
Which is, it would if the company offered that anyway.
Absolutely.
But there's a way, there's a solution. So ask about solutions from your agent, you know.
Awesome.
Don't just take it at face value.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
it's just so hard to know what you don't know.
Absolutely.
You know, in home insurance.
Always ask the questions
Yeah.
because weird things happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. This has been the Unreal Estate Show. Thank you, Todd. Todd Campbell, Farmers Insurance. We'll see you next week. Make sure, all my roofing friends out there, I would love to have you on the show. I'm having a little bit of everybody on the show. So all my roofing partners, hit me up. Love to see you on the next show. If you have something that is unreal, we want you here. So come on and bring it. We'll see you next time.